Hey guys, since the beginning of the lockdown, Miley Cyrus has been one of the celebrities who has become even more active. She has some sort of a talk show for herself on Instagram, but now she's the one who has been interviewed and some very surprising information has been revealed. Miley Cyrus has been sober and sober for 6 months now. What's going on? Is this for real? Is this the same Miley Cyrus who twerked on the stage? Did Cody Simpson cause all of this? So you better hit the bell and the subscription button and watch this video to find out why Miley has stayed sober for this long. I'm not sure how many of you guys actually know the previous troublemaker, rule breaker, Miley Cyrus, so I'm going to remind you of all the times she made headlines first before telling you about why she has been sober for so long. Miley auditioned for the Disney Channel television series Hannah Montana at the age of 11. First, the audition was for the role of the best friend, but then she was called in to have another audition for the leading role. At first, they didn't accept her because of how young and small she was, but she didn't give up. Her singing and acting abilities were undeniable, so she was chosen at last. The show premiered in 2006 and gained a huge number of fans right away, so Miley was not unknown anymore, and she was living the life of a superstar already at the age of 13. And at the age of 15, she appeared on the cover of Vanity Fair for June 2008 with her back fully exposed, and that was when she started receiving criticism. Disney stars were supposed to be innocent and loving, and this cover was far from that image. Some even said that the photo shoot threatened Disney's Hannah Montana franchise. Apparently, even Miley was shocked by the outcome because she released an apology saying, "I took part in a photo shoot that was supposed to be artistic, and now, seeing the photographs and reading the story, I feel so embarrassed. I never intended for any of this to happen, and I apologize to my fans who I care so deeply about." But this was only the beginning of everything. A month later, in July of 2008, Miley got hacked and a series of racy photos were released. They say the pictures of the 15-year-old soaking off in a shower were meant for her then-boyfriend Nick Jonas, but Miley was already the bad girl with the public seeing them. Then again, in February of 2009, Miley was under fire for a picture she took with her friends in which it seemed like she was mocking Asians by pulling the skin back from her eyes. And this time also she issued another apology saying sorry that she upset some people, but she was only trying to make a goofy face with her friends. She also blamed the press for trying to portray her image as the new bad girl. This apology, though, was the last one. In August of 2009 at the Teen Choice Awards, Miley performed her song Party in the USA with a pole. Yes, a 16-year-old took the stripper pole and danced with it during her performance, and her parents didn't seem to disagree with it. Her dad only said that he thinks Miley only loves to entertain people, so in this family, anything can be done when you're doing it for the sake of entertaining others. Age doesn't really matter. In June of 2010, Miley released Can't Be Tamed music video, which showed a completely different side of Hannah Montana. Miley herself said that the clip shows a different side of her other than what people are used to, but that is who she said she has been since she was 11. The destructive behavior headlines got to its peak when a video of Miley taking a bong hit was released around the time of her 18th birthday. Even though it was legal in the state of California, Miley faced so much backlash. People were just not ready for her to be grown up. She even apologized in her interview with Mary Claire, but the damage was already done. And so, in January of 2011, Hannah Montana was finished. In her interview with Elle, Miley confessed that once when she was 18, the whole Hannah Montana felt ridiculous to her. The minute she lost her virginity, she no longer wanted to put that wig back on again, and she mentioned that the hardest thing for her was balancing everything. Things started getting even more difficult when she started touring as both Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus. That is why something is a little bit wrong with her. And she confessed that the whole experience did some extreme damage to her psychologically as an adult person. From that point on, she had her hair chopped and did the famous 2013 VMA twerking performance with Robin Thicke. That is when we knew that we will never get the old Miley back ever again. And she had now turned into a mature lady who was going to stand up for whatever she believed was true and didn't care about what other people thought of her. And the same thing happened in her love life. While going through this whole transition phase, Miley was with Liam Hemsworth. Through everything from those weird music videos and the photos of the exotic live performances, Liam stayed with her, and they even got married. He had her back most, and even though she was nothing like a wife Liam has always dreamed of, you know, the type that he has in his own family, like his brother. In one of her interviews, Miley mentioned how she had to break up with Liam when they first parted ways, how she didn't like when relationships were two halves trying to make a whole, like when someone is so super codependent on someone else. So for her, breaking up and getting back together was actually cool. The two got back together again, but you know, when the fundamental things in a relationship are wrong, they're just wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. And according to the sources, this split was not shocking to the ones who saw Liam and Miley as a couple every single day. And after they reunited, everyone thought that they were this perfect couple, but they still had a lot of issues. They were just not on the same page together, and according to E, they were trying to make it work but haven't felt that they were connecting on the level that they were feeling when they got married. And then of course the divorce happened 8 months after saying yes. Right after the split, Miley was seen with a new fling, Caitlyn Carter. Daily Mail published the controversial photos of Caitlyn and Miley kissing while in Lake Como, and during their fling, Miley and Caitlyn were constantly together. They were out and about at events, dinners, in the shops, wearing matching outfits, and besides that, they were spotted having a heavy makeout session in a club, and not long ago, there were rumors of them moving in together, but even this relationship ended very fast. After more than a month of dating, Miley and Caitlyn spent the weekend separately, which definitely is a sign of trouble in paradise because previously they were basically inseparable. So, at that weekend, Caitlyn walked the red carpet at the pre-Emmys party solo while Miley was doing her own thing in Las Vegas. She performed at the iHeartRadio festival there and attended a concert with her mom and sister. It looks like she's not only had her family's support through this very short relationship, but they're also there for her after the breakup. Even though Miley did not address the breakup, Caitlyn did, and in her interview with Entertainment Tonight, she said, basically, after Miley and I went our separate ways, I thought, okay, my life's just kinda go back to the way it normally was for me when I'm on my own. I had no expectations that anyone would give a shit about me by myself. I had no plan in place. I didn't think about anything. For example, I was dealing with a lot emotionally at that time, obviously, and I really wasn't going out anywhere. I was just staying home. Of course, after about 2 weeks later, Miley Cyrus moved on to her next relationship, and this time with her old friend Cody Simpson. They made things insta-official on this channel, and we talked about why they thought they were a good fit for each other. The truth is that after her divorce with Liam and the split with Caitlyn, Miley was apparently and still is taking things slow to figure out her next romantic move. And now she needs someone that she can just trust and rely on, and Cody is that person. They're old friends, and he just gets her. There was a time that Miley was figuring things out because ever since her breakup, she's been living in chaos. She realized that before getting into a new relationship, she needs to let things settle, and hanging out with Cody has been very soothing for Miley. Apparently, being around him calms her down, and this is what she needs right now. The two have so much in common that they can just sit down and play music the whole night. They definitely have a special connection, and it's obvious that right now they're more than friends. In his interview with Us Weekly, Cody said, "We just have a ball, and that's the most important part of the relationship. The reason why it's not like it hasn't been really crazy, sudden things is that just we've been friends for such a long time that when we sort of found each other again in a space where we both met back in the day when we were partying a lot, we had a lot of fun then. But now we found each other in a space where we're not partying, working really hard, and just like to keep things healthy. Could he be the reason for her being sober?" In the recent Zoom interview Variety had with Miley, she mentioned that she has been sober for 6 months now, and here is what she said about it. "I've been sober for the past 6 months. At the beginning, it was just about this vocal surgery, but I had been thinking about my mother. My mom was adopted, and I inherited some of the feelings she had, the abandonment feelings and wanting to prove that you're wanted and valuable. My dad's parents divorced when he was 3, so my dad raised himself. I did a lot of family history, which has a lot of addiction and mental health challenges, so just going through that and asking, why am I the way that I am? By understanding the past, we understand the present and the future more clearly. I think therapy is great. It's really hard because, especially being young, there's that stigma of you're no fun. It's like, honey, you can call me a lot of things, but I know that I'm fun. The thing that I love about it is waking up 100% of the time. I don't want to wake up feeling groggy. I want to wake up feeling ready. So that is what the new Miley is like. It seems like she's planning on being 100% for a while now, and I'm here for it. She has grown up right in front of our eyes and has matured in so many different ways. I really hope this new healthy path is the one that she's going to stick to for a long time. And what do you guys think? Do you think that Miley is going to be able to stay sober forever? Let's talk about it in the comments, and remember to like, share, and become part of our Curious Sips family by subscribing to our channel. And also, don't forget to check out our Instagram account. Until next time!